Valentine's Day. It's that very lovely time of year where you get to spend it with your wife or girlfriend, give her some flowers, chocolates, a nice little romantic card, and then while the night's over, you could be having some special plans. I mean, you could sit down and watch a movie, a very nice movie. I mean, when you think of Valentine's Day, what movie comes to mind? Well, yeah, that one, but I'm not talking about that one, no. A different movie comes to mind. No, not that one either. A very specific movie comes to mind. Well, I mean, yeah, that one is, yeah, it was released on Valentine's Day, but here, let me get more specific here. A fucking horror movie with Valentine's Day theme to it. Hello everyone, welcome to the Ginger Snaps here. My name is Steven. Valentine's Day obviously was not safe when it comes to the horror genre as a holiday that should be left alone. Of course, a lot of people, when they do talk about horror movies that were based on Valentine's Day, some people actually talk about the most recent My Bloody Valentine 3D or Valentine, which is actually a very decent movie, I have to say. This year, I'm not going to be talking about any of the ones you've just recently seen. I'm actually going to be talking about My Bloody Valentine, which was released in 1981. A few days ago, I actually watched this movie for the very first time. So, yeah, what you guys are seeing right now is a genuine review of this film, of what my thoughts are on it. So sit back, relax, eat some chocolate, and here's my review for My Bloody Valentine. Now, before I actually talk about the film, I have to talk about the fact that this film is not actually the very first slasher-themed holiday horror movie. In fact, if you have to really go back further, you have to go back to Black Christmas. Obviously, it's a classic, and it kind of created the slasher genre, but it didn't really set the ground for what it is today until Halloween came out. After Halloween's success, which everyone fucking knows, even your dog even knows, that the movie was made for $300,000 and grossed over $80 million. So, of course, other, studios were like, hey, that Halloween made a lot of money. How about we fucking make a horror movie, a slasher movie, that's like a holiday theme? Yeah! And then, sure enough, that just went off. And, of course, My Bloody Valentine was released in 1981. It was actually the fifth holiday-themed horror film to come out since Halloween. And since we're actually on the topic of the whole entire film itself, it does take place in 1981. This movie was also released in 1981. Shockingly, the same year, Halloween 2 and Friday the 13th Part 2 were released. So I had some competition. The movie centers around the fictional town of Valentine Bluffs, and with a name like that, you can bet your ass they go crazy balls to the wall when it comes to Valentine's Day. But in preparation to their Valentine's Day dance, it is actually mentioned that it's the first time in 20 years they are doing a Valentine's Day dance. Why for the first time in 20 years? Well, it turns out a lot of people were killed 20 years prior by a man named Harry Warden. A guy who wore a gas mask, who used to work in the mines, and kills people with a pickaxe. So, of course, as everyone naturally does, they think after 20 years, well, maybe we can start this dance. I'm pretty sure that guy fucking died. But that's when shit goes so fucking wrong for this town once again. The one thing that's actually one of the themes that goes on with this whole entire movie is the killer is leaving clues. Of course, that's not new when it comes to horror, but this killer leaves specific clues. Valentine's Day boxes shaped as hearts, and when they open them, they actually have fucking human hearts with maybe a nice little Valentine's Day poem in there. And of course, they're trying to track this guy down, thinking, oh my god, he came back because we're all decking the whole fucking town out with Valentine's Day hearts and shit. He's gonna kill everybody. Left, right, and center, people are getting picked off one by one, and there is actually a love triangle going on where we get to meet a guy who recently left but came back to the town and left this girlfriend behind, who is now dating one of his good friends. And, he still loves her, but she's with him now, but she's kind of conflicted, but it doesn't really fucking matter. Of course, that's in a fucking horror movie. Either way, a lot of people are dying left, right, and center, but it also undermines the fact that these kids are being told folklore stories about Harry Warden and the fact that this guy essentially cursed the town. Yeah, that doesn't sound like Friday the 13th at all. As a matter of fact, the first day we see that takes place in this whole entire movie is Thursday, February 12th. Gee, I wonder how they prepped for Valentine's Day knowing that a certain other event happens the day before Saturday the 14th. I wonder how that went. Alright, as you guys already fucking know, we obviously have Valentine's Day this Saturday, and it's going to be a little bit of a tricky situation because, you know, Harry Warden, I know we all had that problem 20 years ago. Whoa, you mean February 14th is on a Saturday? That means we have a Friday the 13th to go through first. This is Valentine Bluffs, not Crystal Lake. That's their fucking problem, okay? And plus, yeah, I mean, that fucking crazy lady got killed, like, last year. But, yeah, fuck. I'm pretty sure that campground's gonna be closed down. Either way, when it comes to the whole entire movie and its effects when it comes to the kills, shockingly enough, I have to admit myself, I did watch this on my Roku. I watched it on Amazon Prime. And shockingly enough, they actually cut the gore out of the movie. I mean, they showed the heart, they showed the dead bodies, but when it comes to the actual, like, for example, the pickaxe through the jaw that comes out of the eye, or anything like that, they cut that shit out. Like, I didn't even get to see it. So I had to go watch it on YouTube to actually get a general gist of it. I mean, yeah, it kind of took it out for me, but, you know, not really much of a bummer. I could just buy this movie later on in life and just watch it again. So as bodies pile up and pile up and pile up, and the day looms closer, it is now pretty much established that they have to cancel the whole entire dance altogether. This was the smart thing to do, but of course, the teenagers or the young kids, they don't want that shit to happen. They want to have fun, they want to get drunk, they want to have sex all the fucking damn while, so they're going to have a Valentine's Day party instead. God, you fuckers just don't learn, do you? While the actual party goes on, some people are getting picked off here and there, and then a bunch of other kids end up going down into the mine to, you know, have a little adventure, I guess. They want to, like, sightsee, I guess, or whatever, and that's where a lot of the cast just starts dying left, right, and center. And, of course, we have our main lead, main leads, I guess, the love triangle that's going on, and essentially, you don't really know who the fucking killer is. Of course, back in the day, you probably in 1981 thought, yeah, they're talking about this guy named Harry Warden. It's probably that guy. Whatever. Well, turns out, when the movie actually gets to the climax, and you have the hero of the movie, who is battling the villain of the movie, he unmasks him, and it finds out it's his buddy. It's his friend Axel, the guy who essentially took his girlfriend. But for some odd reason, it's not really explained until later on in the flashback, which was a random kill out of nowhere, that when he was a little boy, Harry Warden killed his father, and he witnessed the whole thing and was traumatized right after that. So they have their nice little climactic fight, and then the mine kind of caves in on him or whatnot, and they all think it's over, and it actually ends with probably one of the most anticlimactic fucking endings. He gets away with, I guess, a missing arm, and he's laughing hysterically and whatnot, and yeah, the movie just fucking ends. Just like that. And that is actually essentially the review of My Bloody Valentine from 1981. What do I personally think about this movie? Well, I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. It was one of those movies that I can actually get behind and be like, yeah, this is actually not bad. I mean, it really did not fucking help that my Amazon Prime just cut the gore out. I mean, like, that did not fucking help. But that's not on the movie itself. That is just Amazon Prime. Eventually, I'm just going to find the DVD for this and actually, you know, buy it and just watch it. And then it'll be one of those horror movies I watch on Valentine's Day. As an initial ranking for this movie, I'm actually going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. Why am I giving it that? Well, it really doesn't also help that I've seen this in Friday the 13th. And I've seen it in Halloween. And it was like, you know, if I had seen it in 1981, if I was even born in 1981, and I saw this, I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more. But either way, it's still a good fucking movie. It had a nice, interesting concept. And I mean, the killer wearing the costume that he does, it's actually pretty fucking smart, especially when you implement the town and the mine and whatnot. It's actually very smart. And of course, it's one of those who's who kind of scenarios where you don't know who the fucking killer is. And of course, when I did finally actually see the gore online, yeah, it's some top-notch shit. I will have to say that for this movie for alone. So yeah, of course, 6.5 out of 10. Not too bad of a movie, actually. And I do highly recommend it if anyone has never seen it. And let me tell you, it's definitely worth the admission to actually watch it. And I will give you the tip, don't watch it on Amazon Prime because they'll just cut the gore out. I hope you guys actually enjoyed this video. If you really do, hit that thumbs up. And you know what? If you want to watch more content from me, hit that subscribe button as well. That is pretty much it for me, guys. This has been the Ginger Snaps here. My name is Steven. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. And I will check you guys out later.